Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weekend Mic Check, episode 34.
Yay!
Today is March 31st, 2018.
Find Serena. She's in the lost fight.
I'm one of your hosts, John Skates, and to my right, your left, we have Kevin Collins, Ashley Kareem, and DeWitt Douchebag Buckingham.
That's Mr. Dr. Sergeant Captain Douchebag.
This
Buckingham.
podcast is brought to you by unyasquiet.com. Go buy some shirts, I guess, if you want. I mean, they're not that cool. DeWitt made them.
They're fucking badass as shit. And there's probably going to be a really cool one on there by the time that this podcast gets released. So if you're watching it now, it's not going to be up there. But by the time anyone's listening to it on like the podcast afterwards, it's probably going to be up there. Unless it's so far in the future that it's already been taken down. So it was up there, but now it's not up there anymore. So,
You done?
yeah, be on the lookout for that. You're welcome.
All right.
Okay. So, welcome back, Mr. Collins.
Thank you.
How was your 2-week vacation?
Well, let me tell you, the donkey show is not what it seems. No, it's
It's exactly what it seems like.
it was a good time.
Way more donkey than I expected.
Way more. No, I had a good time. We had like a family reunion the first weekend that I was there. I had no idea I had that many family members.
You're Mexican, duh. It's like Filipinos.
Yeah, but it's like I grew up here in the States.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm pretty fucking white. You know what I mean?
Was it that bullshit? Like, cause your mom's there, so like, oh, this is your aunt such and such, your cousin such and such, and like she keeps going. You're like, who the fuck are you? Like,
She didn't even fucking know, dude.
oh, okay, all right,
Bro, I'm telling you.
goddamn,
So my grandpa was one of like 9 brothers.
Jesus.
Okay.
There's just sperm all over the country.
Yeah. Two of which didn't have kids because one passed away pretty early on and the other one just didn't have kids.
Cocaina.
But the rest of them, they all had like minimum 5 kids. So 9 times like 5 is like 45 aunts and uncles
That's one.
that I could have.
And they're fucking too.
And they're fucking too. So, you know, it's really like fucking pandemic over here, you know? This shit just spreads everywhere.
You just keep growing and growing and growing. Multiplying in numbers.
yeah. No, but it was cool. I got to meet fucking hella people that I didn't know existed.
Did any fights break out?
No.
Did you bring it?
Oh, I brought it. I fucking brought the
Fucking
shit out
brought
of
it.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Okay.
That's what's up.
No, it was fun though.
Just a couple weeks of relaxing, kicking it with family.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
chill the entire time I was there. One of the days that I was there, I was helping my cousin at his shop. He has like a little shop that it started out, he was doing like car audio installs and stuff like that.
Naturally.
But
Friends and family.
but it just kind of like it spread out from there. So he does a lot of other shit that's completely unrelated, like repairing and refurbishing chairs and stuff. It's like, how do you go from doing car audio to that?
Upholstery. Like West Coast
he does
Customs.
upholstery. He does like,
Is his name Ish?
we did custom painted rims for a customer that has like a UTV, and so
That's what I thought.
yeah, he wanted his rims painted like red and black, and he wanted like
Spider-Man.
just like the whole theme of this off-road vehicle was red and black.
It's like the chair over there.
And like personally, I thought it was pretty ugly, and so did my cousin. But the customer was like, "Oh, dude, that's so fucking awesome."
The customer's
Like,
always
blah,
right.
Blah blah blah. We're like, okay, dude, cool. Yeah. But yeah, no. Aside from that, it was pretty lax. A lot of hanging out with family and that
Good
kind
times.
of thing.
Good
yeah.
times. Feel that? Feel that? It's life. Mexico.
What'd you do in your
Mexico,
2-week
right?
break, Ash?
A whole lot of nothing.
Ah, sounds good.
I almost died from a grape.
Oh yeah. What the hell?
Okay.
I was
Okay.
just trying to, turn over a new leaf, eat healthy. So I made.
What did you do to offend this grape that made it so
eat it, I guess. Like,
angry?
I was just.
Well, that'll
chewing
teach you
on
to
it.
eat healthy.
I know, right? I haven't been back since.
Lesson learned.
Eating
Since
healthy kills.
screw you.
That could be like a billboard somewhere.
New diet. Who dis?
Right? But yeah, no, I was just eating it like I would eat any other grape, and then it was lodged in my throat, and the whole house was asleep except for me, and I was like, fuck, like, this is it. Like, this is
This is how I
gonna-
die.
Yeah. And
That's going to be the headline of the obituary. It's just choked on a fucking grape.
And so I'm like telling my mom about the story the next day, and she's like, well, thank you for not waking me up. She's like, I really appreciate that. Like, I hate you.
It's like, if that's how you're going to go, please go that way. Silently, not disturbing me.
I mean, like, even the dog that was in my room, he left. Like, not to get help, but, he
It's like,
just...
man, she's being loud.
yeah,
Fuck this.
exactly.
It's like, those are grapes. Those are deadly to me. I can't eat those.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that's hardcore.
I do want to say, because I just now read your message that John was going to start without us.
Oh, yeah.
Why we were late, for one, he stopped to get food, but that's not why we were late. But he stopped to help somebody, an old person that he saw laid over in their driveway.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was coming down. I came down Fairchild to Alpine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming down Alpine right before you get down to is that Glenwood?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, right before you get to Glenwood.
Mhm.
And I like look over. I see what's the fucking
A walker.
The walker, like an old people walker, you know?
Not the dead people walk. Like,
Yeah.
The zombie walker.
The zombie walker. Okay.
Coral, stay back.
Yeah, fucking
Coral.
Walking Dead reference here. So I see the walker like kind of outside of the house door or whatever, and I saw what looked like a person on the floor. I was like, oh shit, like I should stop. Like, like I could just pretend I didn't see it and keep going, I guess, but no, I should stop. So
Like someone has their Halloween decorations up a little bit early.
right, like
That's the excuse you use in your head.
fucking Tales of the Crypt and shit. Like, so I slow down, I back up, I turn around, and I like pull up into the driveway a little bit, not too far, because like you never know how people are gonna react. Like when just a random person pulls up in the driveway or like walks up to your house, So
Plus, it's kind of country out here. I feel like everybody has guns.
they do. They do.
It's a safe assumption.
So I parked at the end of the driveway. I'm walking up, and I'm a good like 40 feet from this dude, and I'm like, "Sir, are you okay?" And he doesn't fucking move. I'm like, "Oh shit."
He comes back here. Hey guys, you want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh,
Let's get him onto the
shit, dude,
podcast.
This isn't gonna be good."
Put him on in the chair.
Fucking weekend at Bernie's. We're over here doing the arms and shit.
Weekend at ramen.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
Fast forward to our trial. We're sorry, Your Honor. We just wanted to make content.
We just wanted more views.
yeah. No movement. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to call the ambulance and whatever, all this stuff. So I called out again, and he kind of moved, like he moved just a tiny little bit, and I'm like, did I see him move, or did like a fucking bird like
Sort of
push his
gust of
head or
wind.
something? You know what I mean? Like he didn't really
Sorry,
move.
pecking at his eyes.
And
hungry.
so, like, I realized that he had actually moved his head. So I walked over to him. I'm like, "Sir, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I fell." And I'm like, "Are you hurt or anything?" And he's like, "Nah, I feel okay. I just can't get up." Like, like he's a pretty old guy. He can't get up. I'm like, "Okay."
Like the commercial.
Yeah, like, where's your fucking life alert, dude?
That's
Sounds
just,
like I got one of these.
Right? So anywho, like I hear a lady inside. I'm like, oh, it's the fucking dude's wife or whatever. So I walk over to the door. I'm like, ma'am, like, is he okay? Like, what's going on? Do you have a chair that I can bring out here, and then we can get him up into the chair or something while we wait?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I called the ambulance or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. Here's a chair. I go inside the house, grab the chair, bring it out, help the dude up. And yeah, that's the reason why I was late. So
Okay. I mean, that's a legitimate reason.
that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. Little.
Ask me what I did the whole time.
What?
I sat in the car and finished my cookies from Subway. I figured if he
Like-
needed help, he would have, waved me over. But
like this dude looks like he needs help, but man, this cookie looks a lot better than helping someone.
You really got to consider the Subway cookies after they like cool down and get hard. Like they're not worth shit anyway. So I mean, you really got to take advantage of them while they're still good. Like, just think about it here.
I like your way of thinking. It's like McDonald's fries. Like you gotta help yourself for the next 3 minutes till I finish my fries. Because once they go cold, man, no
sir,
good.
keep breathing.
No good.
I've been trying to help him up while he's eating fucking fries.
No, those are my fries.
Thank you, young man. Can I have a fry? What the fuck you on about? I helped your ass up
I'd
already.
be
Shit.
fucking trying to lift him with my foot or something. Like, sir, you gotta try here, okay? I'm not gonna do all the work.
You gotta try.
Use your core strength.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I bet you before you pulled up, like his wife like knew he fell, and all you missed the argument. I fucking told you not to go outside. You son of a bitch. This is what you get. That's why she wasn't helping his ass. I'm just gonna leave you there.
But you were saying that's right. That's what I'm thinking the whole time too. It's like, so she called the ambulance, but she's still inside. Is it too hot outside? She's like, I'm not going out there to help him. Fuck that.
Nah.
She was yelling at his ass, and then saw Ken pull her. Oh, I'll be quiet. Don't you say shit. This is your fault.
I mean, she is pretty old too, so she didn't really have any upper body strength or anything.
There wasn't much she would be able to do.
Yeah.
That's wild though. That's wild though.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
to know you're doing your.
And had I
your-
not gone to
your good
Subway,
deed.
I would have taken a different route, and I would have never seen the dude.
Never would have seen them.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have the story.
Yeah.
And
We'd be sitting here trying to fill silence.
No, not silence.
Mostly silence.
Yeah.
I can feel silence, but to replace it with acts of good deeds and heroism, that's what's up.
So Wednesday,
It's life.
my mom, she's gonna go mow the lawn. She had me go get one of Bill's mowers. Don't work for shit. She goes 2 feet with it, it dies. She's fighting it. She's like, fuck it. Take me to Lowe's. I want to buy a new mower. So I was already feeling like shit. And I wasn't gonna, I was just driving her. I wasn't gonna lift nothing, do anything. My back was hurting real bad. So I'm standing there with the little stupid cart. And this old dude and his wife come up. And they have a clerk with him or whatever. And he's like, what's better, this one or this one? Well, obviously the clerk's going to tell him the more expensive one's the better one. So he's like, okay, thank you. The clerk just fucking leaves. This old man goes after this fucking mower in a box that's a good, like, 100-something pounds. Like, it's a big all-wheel drive son of a bitch. Like, all right.
Okay.
And he got the one that's right next to a display stand. And my mom's like, help him. I'm like, no, my back hurts. I ain't going to do that. She's like, just help him. I'm like, no. If he wants to do it, he could do it himself. If he wanted help, he would have told the clerk to help him. This old man pulls the box out, swings it, hits the display stand. Shit goes all the way this way. And I just went, oh, there goes that. And he turns it back around and goes to put it on their cart, misses it, bam, hits the ground. And he's like, oh, I don't want this one now. So like he gets another one and sticks it on the thing and like shoves the other one back up on the stack while he's kicking shit around and he just leaves and all this shit's all over the ground. I'm like, yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Not my problem. And like there was people doing inventory. They came around the corner and went, "What the fuck?" And of course, the more my mom wanted was like on the very top of the rack, so they had to go get the lift. So they were there. They had to pick all this shit up and rearrange it before we get the lift over there. Oh yeah. I just sat there and just watched the whole fucking thing. Like, man,
Yep.
thank God I don't work here. Fuck this shit. Oh, there you go. You did it.
Not my job. Yeah, I just had to put on sunglasses because
Yeah.
thug
Thank you.
life.
Thank you.
There's so much light in here.
Yeah. It's too bright.
It's reflecting off of the moon and bouncing off, and the gases of Venus and Neptune.
So this is the thing we're doing, huh?
Apparently,
Yeah. Why not, right? We got a box of them over there.
This is how I have to sit at 3D movies. I have to wear the 3D
Glasses
glasses
over the
over my
glasses?
regular glasses.
Oh, yeah.
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 I don't know. Your glasses wear. Do you have to do?
Yeah. I had to do the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Because my glasses are for distance, and so
Mm-hmm.
I tried watching the movie without them, and I don't know. It was like this weird, like dizzy feeling, and I was like, dude, I can't do this for 2 hours.
See, like, I don't know about you, but for me, when I saw my first 3D movie, it was like, put on the glasses. I'm like, ah, fuck, that's not going to work. And then, like, switch it back out. I'm like, son of a bitch. Fuck it. I don't watch 3D movies anymore. It's too much hassle.
I'm surprised glasses companies haven't like somehow monopolized on that and like made 3D like eyesight glasses. If that could be a thing.
Even just
sure they
maybe
would.
like something you could clip on your glasses. It's like those
Yeah.
stupid like sunglasses you clip on and flip down.
Right.
Just that.
Yeah.
To help a brother out. Because they're trying to like do fucking glass like this. Well, yeah. Every 3D movie I watch is like this. Ooh.
or if they could do like a thing where instead of having to wear glasses, it was like a lens, and you'd put it into contact with your eyes. I don't know what they'd call it. It'd be like
Contact?
no, it'd be like a eyeball glassy thingy, and it would go in there,
You heard it first.
and then you could just
Get
wear
your
whatever
3D
you wanted
eyeball
on top of that.
Or
wouldn't have to
trademarked
wear
already,
glasses.
folks.
stop making 3D movies. That would help.
That would also help,
Yeah.
but
Because it's just a
then-
fucking gimmick.
But then if they don't make 3D movies, how are we ever going to get a 4D movie?
If I had something to throw at you, I would right now.
They got to work on mastering 3D, then they get 4D, then we get 5D.
Stop it.
What the fuck was that?
Stop.
You couldn't tell because of glasses.
Yeah, dude, all I saw was this black thing. It looked like a bat came in and scared the shit out of me.
Not black.
It was a flying, flying bat
Okay.
of butter that came to me.
Seasoning. Popcorn seasoning.
You're not a fan of 4D or 5D. What about 6D? Have you ever tried 6D?
That just seems like too many dicks.
I was gonna say that's a porno, dude. What are you
know,
talking
man.
about?
Don't knock it till you try it. That's all I'm saying.
Jenna Jameson, 6D.
The more dicks the merrier.
Debbie Dallas.
Now imagine if this was a fucking 6D movie and he threw that shit at me and you were watching it, that shit would hit you because it's in 6 dimensions.
I hate you sometimes. like physically. Like, I don't know, it's like my grandfather back in the day from Georgia, that kind of hate, you know?
Like the ghost from earlier today, the Jewish ghost.
Yeah, the Jewish
That's how
ghost.
it is.
Yeah. Wait, what was that about?
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, the
We'd have
KKK.
to explain it,
Yeah. Okay. Forgot. Sorry. I'm back now.
It was a throwback to a reference to a thing that happened earlier today at an hour at which I couldn't even tell you what hour it was. But life, man.
That's one of the funniest jokes he ever made. Something about Jewish people not being afraid of ghosts. It was just a picture of a bunch of KKK members. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah.
I feel like
That
it's
was-
one
that
of
was pretty
those
classic.
you had to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most comedy is, but except for the comedy that isn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeremy was this close to being here today
Allegedly.
Oh yeah.
because his girlfriend worked today and tomorrow, so he could come out here.
But
So
then,
why is he not here?
But then he didn't.
Because he couldn't get a ride.
Because he couldn't get a ride, and then he asked me and Spencer for a ride, and I said, "Bitch, I'm not even trying." I didn't actually say that. John expressed that sentiment to him, and then Spencer was like, "No, I'm streaming right now. Fuck you. Go eat a dick."
Which
And then John expressed that sentiment to him.
we talked about this
More
with
or
him
less.
earlier. It surprised us because he told us, he's like, yeah, when she doesn't come down here, I go visit her. And we're like, how? He was like, I take the train. I'm like, you take a train to Modesto? Like,
They have that?
yeah.
The Amtrak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train to Modesto.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's,
He could probably lift there too. Uber.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty expensive though.
Yeah.
like, it's like
Probably
$8 though on the train.
Yeah.
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 That's way
Yeah.
cheaper.
You ain't, yeah. You ain't doing that in an Uber. It'd be like 80.
Exactly. Fucking
Add a zero to that.
God forbid it's a self-driving Uber. Kill about 4 or 5 people along the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it gets you to
Well,
your destination. Then.
You know
Right.
that one
Why
that
don't you
happened
get
in
there on time?
Arizona.
Stealing one.
That one that happened in Arizona a couple weeks ago.
What happened
I
there?
watched.
Did you watch the
I
video?
watched the video of it. I'm like, fuck that bitch, dude. Like, she deserved to get hit. Okay, you're wearing all black. You're crossing the street. You see fucking headlights. Like,
But like
and-
from
and
the
you just
dash,
fucking mosey around.
from the dash cam, like the headlights didn't hit her till it seemed like she was 3 feet away, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Like, when you're driving at night and you, like, because there's been times where I've seen people in, like, dark clothing and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I don't see them
They're
until it's
actually
too
just black.
late. Luckily, they're, like, off to the side or somewhere else, not in my way. Because, you know, there's been times where I'd be like, I would have hit them if they were in.
Did you ever tell these guys about the kids that were laying in the middle of Dunkin'
Oh, yeah.
when you were driving?
So this
The
happened.
fuck?
This happened a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah, because you were in your Honda, weren't you?
I was in my Honda. I was coming down Duncan Road, coming this way towards Copperopolis. And, like, I was driving pretty fast just because it was, like, super late at night and nobody's on the fucking road. So, I don't know. I was probably driving, like, 75, something like that.
Yeah, 75.
No, I mean, I wasn't going unreasonably fast.
No, I believe you because it's Kevin.
It's the country
But-
speed limit.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can go 65, 70 down there pretty safely until you get to the bump, then you better slow down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're looking for a really good time. So, I was going probably 70, 75. And all of a sudden, I see someone laying in the fucking road. Like, these kids are dicking around at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It was pretty, I think it was closer to 1 o'clock in the morning. These kids are dicking around. One of them's laying in the street, and I see another one off to the side. Okay. And I know they fucking see me coming down because I had my headlights on. I had my high beams on because it's late at night, nobody's coming. So I'm driving down. I see them last minute. I swerve, almost go into the ditch, and then luckily I didn't lose control or anything. But I like stomped on the brakes, turned around, came back, and they were gone. Right, so they're like hiding somewhere in the orchards, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude? You guys deserve to be hit at that point." You know?
Like, I didn't see him.
Yeah.
He's-
I didn't see him till the last minute. Yeah.
Because he was laying in the fucking road.
He was laying in the road on purpose. Like,
See-
oh yeah, let's film this.
bullshit.
I remember
this is
a
gonna
few
be
years
awesome.
ago, I heard a story of a guy. He was commuting through like this mountain town, trying to I forget where he was
South
trying to fucking avoid this like congestion. He was going up through the hills and back down. He said he was coming home one night and he comes across the truck, kind of like off the side of the road, but somebody like laying on the ground next to it. Like he'd been in an accident or something. He's hurt, and he said he pulled up and he's like, something feels wrong, like something just feels off. So he kind of drives around it and pulls up some, and like stops and gets out, and the dude is sitting straight up, and then people start coming out of the bushes towards him. He's like, "Oh fuck this!" Gets in his car and takes off. I was like, oh shit, dude, those are like little hick towns you got to be careful of. Like your ass will be in a cult like in 6-7 seconds. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did
Thanks,
you
that's why-
happen to catch that documentary on Netflix, Wild Wild Country?
Wild Wild Country.
Not
I
yet.
oh, dude. Oh, you gotta see it.
Is it good?
Oh,
Because I like cult things.
yeah. It's 6 episodes about this cult that found its way into East Oregon in the from 81 to 85. Dude, it's fucking. Like it got to the point where they were plotting. Like they got to the attorney general and they were gonna shoot him in the head.
Dang.
Yeah, this cult had their own police, basically had their own army. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. And the lady who was second in charge, like, she's still around. So they get to interview her, and yeah, she's a bitch. she's a bitch.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
That actually reminds me of a documentary I was watching recently, and I can't think of the name right now, but
Keep Up with the Kardashians.
no,
Oh.
it was much more classier than that.
Oh, okay.
Well, not too much classier, but a little bit classier than that. Anyway, the main guy, it was about this guy who had just gotten out of prison, and basically he decided to rob 3 casinos in one night. And like initially it was like they were trying to get money, but in reality
Is it Ocean's
he was
11?
trying to get back his wife. That might have been what it was called. Yeah, and then they followed it up, and it's like a few years later, and the guy they robbed.
They added another guy to it. I think I've seen
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, it was
They
really
called
good.
it
was-
Ocean's 12.
They were in
Yeah.
Europe, and they were it was really interesting stuff.
Did
You guys
watch
should
the
check it
follow-up
out.
to that one, Ocean's 13?
I haven't gotten around to that one
Okay,
yet.
yeah, same
I hear
here.
it gets pretty intense.
I heard there's another one, though, about a sister. It's like Ocean 7 or some shit.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I heard it was
Yeah.
kind of a flop, though.
wow.
I didn't think it came out yet.
Women,
It's Sandra
you can't
Bullock and
trust
somebody
women.
Oh,
else.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's still-
I don't like documentaries about women, so I don't think I'll watch it. That's just me, though. You guys should really check it out if you're into documentaries. So
It's a
I'd
good
highly
one. I can
recommend
back
it.
him up on that
I'd
one.
highly recommend
Yeah.
it. It's a really good one.
True story.
Oh, and also, I want to take this time real quick to anybody who's listening to this podcast.
And they hear Zelda in the background.
Well, if you hear Zelda in the background, good for you.
Oh,
If you notice while you're going through the podcast that there's another podcast that has been released prior to this podcast,
what the fuck are you talking about?
it's a very special edition of Weekend Mic Check that we're calling Dungeons and Douchebags. And
You did it.
this is the first episode of it. It's high class.
You did
It's
it.
highbrow. If you're into
I'm proud of you.
Dungeons and Dragons, you'll like it. If you're into magic and fantasy worlds, if you're into big floppy troll titties that just want to be sucked, like
Yes.
it's got everything for you. It's probably going to be some kind of ongoing series. We don't know the regularity of it, but we'll see. We'll
Dungeons and
You should check it
Douchebags.
out if you like
You
it.
did it.
Neat.
it'll.
Very neat.
Was there the
There's
return of
other stuff, too.
Skullfucker?
There was not the return of Skullfucker.
Aw, damn
It was
it.
very impromptu. Skullfucker might return at some point. We don't know. It just depends on his schedule. He's busy. Fucking Skull. We'll see what happens.
Interesting.
But just want to give you a heads up on
I
that.
think you were here for the first test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just wanted to mention that to
I
everybody.
was here for part of that. I don't think I was. I don't think I paid attention to the whole thing because.
Well, that was the point. Like, we were the two douchebags, like, just saying random shit.
You don't really need to pay attention to details on that. Like that's just a good story and good
Troll titties.
good troll titties.
Like real troll titties, or do you have to imagine them?
I mean,
Fuck.
They're,
Damn.
they're
them
as
out.
real as you want them to be.
flapping around.
That's what Jeremy gets for not being here.
He took the train down.
This motherfucker told me, he's like, hey, if you just build a train out to your house, I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
You son of a bitch already built the studio. You're asking to at least walk here. Fuck you. Ride a bike, you son of a bitch.
Well, why don't you just put him on blast? Maybe one of the listeners can, give him a ride next week or something. So just, blurt out his address and,
You can find him on the corner of Wilson and Maine.
He might have a dick in his mouth, so wait.
Or in his ass.
Just wait a few minutes. He'll be done.
Just wait in line. You'll get your turn.
His hair looks like long pubes and he's balding. Can't miss him.
A receding pube line.
Yeah. I think he just needs to embrace it.
God, he would look so fucking weird though.
Yeah, he's had the same hairstyle since.
No, it's
Wow,
not that.
as long as that-
Imagine Jeremy with his beard, but just nothing there. It would. No. Mm-mm. No.
It's kind of how Sinbad looked.
I don't know. Kind of have to see.
Well, the way we can see that is we get him here and get him drunk. When he gets drunk, he passes out. I go get the clippers.
Oh man.
That'd be good for a live stream. Right?
Does Nair work on your head?
What?
I bet you
Nair?
it burns like shit though.
Yeah.
It would work like if you.
Yeah.
to, like,
We'll put Nair in the shampoo.
I'm wondering. I don't know. It's just random thought that popped in my head. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I've never used Nair.
I've never used it on my head, but I mean, it's a hair removal.
Since
I would imagine.
they weren't here earlier, can you explain to them
I can explain anything and everything.
a restraining order in your the definition of restraining order in your household?
Oh, it's specific to your house?
There is no definition of a restraining order within my household. There's legal definitions of restraining orders, and then there's restraining orders as they are interpreted by the members of my household, which is basically they're just a thing you get. It doesn't really mean anything. It's like
It's just a piece of
it's
paper.
whatever. It's whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
like-
so who is it that got those?
So
You need to really elaborate.
Yeah.
It's not like this is going public or anything.
yeah. There's well.
Only 69 people listen to this.
Then well, I'm also thinking there's implications of
what?
implication.
Oh, okay. Well, we
Yeah.
can talk about it more later. But
Yeah,
It is hilarious.
yeah. It's a story.
But restraining orders, they just have no meaning.
They have no meaning, and just law enforcement in general and courts of laws, just they don't really mean anything.
I don't recognize your authority.
exactly.
I don't know. I don't abide by man's law, only God's law.
I feel it has something to do with Obama not being president anymore. Black people just don't recognize the laws of white men.
Well,
since then.
That's understandable.
Well, in his words
It's
earlier,
also Orange Man currently, so, I mean.
in his words earlier, since Black Panther came out, they're all energized.
Everyone's energized. Everyone's excited. I'm telling you, you need to watch out.
For what?
There's about to be a movement. There's gonna be people
What'd you say?
in the
It's
streets.
Black Panther movement?
Just
Wow.
it's
Wow.
it's gonna be even blacker,
And Panther.
even blacker.
More blacker and more panthier. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of
Okay.
black jumpsuits and stuff like that. You're gonna be walking around like downtown Stockton, and you're just gonna hear some shit in the background, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then just some dude's gonna yell out "Wakanda," and then you're not gonna know what happened. It's gonna happen.
Well,
it's people.
if the years of watching the Boondocks have taught me anything, all I have to do is carry around a blank job application as defense, and then, yeah, they'll run away.
No, that's the old
You guys
old
have
school
evolved
Negro.
since then.
The new school Negro. Nothing scares them but Kardashians.
It's just a picture of Kim Kardashian. Get back, motherfucker! Get back!
Which
Yeah.
one's the scariest?
All of them. Just because okay.
Caitlyn?
Well, see, here's the thing. Not a lot of people know this,
That's
but
a Jenner.
if all the Kardashians,
Is it though?
if all
At this
the
point,
if all the Kardashians combine together, they
Create
form one
Voltron?
mega Kardashian. And like, I've seen
Is
that
it like when
motherfucker
the
take
Power
on
Rangers
Godzilla.
things come together?
It's hardcore. Like, you don't want to mess with that. Like that can cause recessions right there. So don't mess around with the Kardashians. They're
is that
they're
their new
scary.
show?
Don't mess
around with the Kardashians.
It's the follow-up series. Another great documentary you want to check out. It's real cutting edge.
Oh man.
Going after the hard facts in that show. Nothing but hard facts.
Jesus Christ. Somebody needs to stop him. Just stop him.
Let it happen. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Poor Kanye. There's not gonna be anything left of that man.
He already released a lot of good music.
Like,
There's just gonna be an empty husk of a person.
He did his work. He can
is he even
move
a
on.
person?
He was at one time,
He used to be. Yeah.
and then his mom died, and he just went crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's what happened.
Yeah.
His mama died. He lost it.
No, he was already a little crazy, but then when his mom died, he went full crazy. And it's like Tropic Thunder. You never go full retard. You never go full crazy. That's what happened to him. He went full crazy. You're not supposed to go full crazy. A little bit of crazy is all right. Like it's the difference between Nick Nolte and Gary Busey.
Talking about that today because I told him for a while I couldn't tell the difference. But then Gary Busey had a motorcycle accident, and then you could really tell the difference.
And Gary Busey's teeth are like obviously like fake. Like those things are big, white.
You know, he went to the dentist with a bag of money. Give me horse teeth right now. Come on.
Basically,
He brought him a horse.
What do I do with your teeth? Put them in the horse. There's somewhere there's a horse with Gary Busey's original teeth, little fucking teeth trying to eat hay.
that's a terrible image. A horse with human teeth.
Mr. Ed.
That's a new class right there. That's kind of a centaur. But
Oh
No.
God. Let's not
quite.
get back
No,
onto
not,
that
not even
shit.
close.
Oh my God.
I mean,
We were watching
you can
that.
ask Professor Centaur over there.
a centaurologist.
Yeah.
We were watching that earlier. I missed the first part of your centaur conversation.
Oh, yeah.
What in the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah, you walked in at a very bad time.
like putting eggs in trees and shit, and then the Hulk jizzing on the egg.
But it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's natural.
Yeah. It's the way of life.
Very true.
Circle of life for the centaurs.
So Planet Earth 3, we're gonna see centaurs getting jizzed on by the Hulk.
yeah, I mean, if they could locate them, they're deep in the
Yeah,
Amazon.
very deep. And I mean that's understandable too. I mean, considering how deep in the Amazon they are, there's different biologies that
I'm
we're
pretty
not
sure
used
they're
to.
unicorn adjacent. Like they're just like right there, right next to
Along
them.
that border.
On one side of the valley is centaurs, and on the other side is unicorns. And at the
Unicorns
top
like
is
the
Pegasus.
Rich, the rich version.
Yeah.
Rich white
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I like
The
that.
elite.
Yeah.
Very.
I guess that means the centaurs live in the hood.
Are
I would
the
imagine
centaurs,
so.
centaurs the minorities of the mythical creatures?
I don't know.
I'd imagine centaurs are the hood. Like they bring the hood wherever. Like
Wherever they are.
Oh my
do
God.
Pegasuses and unicorns? Do they really live in the hood? I feel like they live in like the good part of town.
They're like
Then the
Park
centaurs
Avenue.
move in and
Yeah.
everything goes to
Yeah,
shit.
and everything goes to shit.
They're just shitting everywhere, jizzing on things.
Yeah.
So so the unicorns and the Pegasus are like New York City, and then the centaurs in New Jersey, kind of
Or,
like that.
Yeah, the Bronx.
Yeah.
Or Brooklyn or some shit like that.
Right.
Okay.
Crouching.
Yeah, you know.
Crouching.
All right.
You can find a really cheap apartment, but
You're gonna be living
don't
with
go
a
out
bunch
at
of
night.
centaurs. Or during the day.
Don't go out. Or the day. Just stay inside.
Stay inside.
Well, it depends
Like
on
the
how
wit.
much jizz there is.
Oh my God. How long we going for?
This long.
About 5 minutes.
40 minutes.
Oh, that's
Would
not
that be
bad.
funny if I was right though? Like,
Yeah. Like, how the fuck did we fit that in 5 minutes?
5 minutes? Are we on meth?
Damn it, Bill got to us. Son of a bitch.
He just snuck it in the air.
Aerosolized the meth.
I feel like it's
So did your mom like move over there permanently, or is she just visiting for now?
She's still looking for a place, but like what she wants doesn't exist.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's one of those type of things. Like I don't know.
She getting a building what she wants.
He wants doesn't exist.
'Cause that's
Well,
what
the
my
thing.
mom is
Okay,
doing.
So that's the thing. Like, she could choose to do that, but in order to buy, that wouldn't really work either because she wants to be like on the beach, basically.
Get a boat.
And in order to make it like worthwhile to buy a property on the beach, you have to buy a condo. Like, because the land next to the beach is super expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're talking for a small plot, you're talking like $1 million US. So, like, what a lot of developers are doing, they're buying this land, they're building like 40, 50 condos on, you know, on this piece of land, and they're selling all the condos for $150,000, $200,000 a pop.
Yeah.
So, which is cheap to buy a condo, like for us, you know, 150 to 200,000 for a beach view, like ocean view, brand new condo is like that's awesome. But when you can go like a block, like away from the beach, and buy a place for like 80,000, like just walk your ass to the beach, like you know. I don't know.
Take the money you save, buy a golf cart, and you can just travel to the beach.
Yeah, for real. So
Have your own picket fence installed on the beach.
yeah,
It's my private little
I don't know.
section.
so yeah. I mean, she's looking. She just I don't know.
My grandma used to. My grandma that lived in Florida. She owned a stretch of beach, Cocoa Beach. Her house was like literally next to the beach, and we had full view of Cape Canaveral. So when we went to go visit, you could sit there and watch the shuttles take off. It was fucking cool.
That's cool.
But then she died, and my uncle took it all. Son of a bitch, fuck you.
Goddamn uncles.
And,
My grandma died last weekend.
oh,
I just remembered that. Like,
sorry to
Sorry
hear
to
that.
hear that.
And today was the funeral.
no, it was a while ago. Oh, I take that back. I found out she died last weekend. She died the weekend before that.
Oh,
The funeral was like somewhere in
wait,
between
was this
there.
the one that you all had the beef going? Like your mom and all them people? Like it
No,
was like
no.
violent.
Oh, I was gonna
Completely other
say,
side of
damn, dude, don't
Completely
piss
other
off
side
your
of
mom.
No, like that side of the family. There's an old saying that like evil doesn't die, and I feel like that's what's going to happen with my mom's side of the family. Is just everybody lives forever because they're all evil as shit. But
I think
no,
the saying is the good die young, pricks live forever.
something along
Yeah.
those lines. But no, this was my grandma on my father's side, which I was never really close with her. I met her like once, like 10 years ago, and so I was like, oh, like when I found out, I was like, oh, okay, that's sad and shit like that. But then I just remembered that now randomly. So I decided to bring you all down with that
So
information.
do you have any grandparents left?
Yeah, I got two on my mom's side who they're one of them evil as shit, and the other one I'm not gonna say former crackhead because I'm not sure that it's really former. Like,
Still a crackhead?
probably still a crackhead, but I am a little proud of him because like most people
They
like
quit?
no like he's
Good for him for never giving
like,
up.
no, but he's like an old timer. Like he was on crack before it was popular. Like he was one of the original crack users.
what he
and
can
stuff like
afford.
that. So it's
He's
like,
a hipster crack.
yeah. So I'm like,
Okay.
he stuck with it all these years. Like I'm proud of him. Like that's commitment right there. Most people give up after a couple of years. They're like, oh, a couple stints in rehab. No, he stuck with it, and he's like, he found what he liked. He found his
now-
calling in life,
No OD.
and he's rolled with it. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
That's
That-
amazing.
That's
That is
Okay.
a talent.
It is.
I mean,
It's this younger generation, they don't know how to stick with things. They got no gumption.
You gotta commit, man.
Gotta
You
commit.
gotta commit. So I take it like they're not married?
No, not. Well, I mean, they might have been married at some point, like 50 million years ago.
Cause so he stuck with crack longer than he stuck with your grandma.
Pretty
Okay.
much. Like, yeah, it's a whole like. He has a girlfriend now who is younger than my mom, and this pisses my mom off like immensely. And like she's also a crackhead, but like when when my family's gone over there to like visit them, like she acts like a crackhead, which I don't know how much
Your mom or
experience.
the girlfriend?
No, the girlfriend acts
okay.
like my mom acts like a crackhead too, but that's a whole other story.
That's normal.
Yeah, but
That's
the
every
girlfriend,
day.
like,
So your mom's like resentful at the fact that there's another crackhead
Like
in the vicinity,
your
you
mom
know.
and your
I'm the only
grandpa
one that
could be
can act like
bonding
a
over crack,
crackhead.
but instead,
well, that's essentially what it is she's always felt like, okay, she's never had that father-daughter relationship with her dad that she wanted, and now,
Yeah, now she's
he's
got
all
that
smoking
vision.
crack with
Yeah,
this
we
other
get it.
bitch, and it's like,
also
Yeah.
because
Doesn't
he
like
never
that
smoked crack with me.
Right.
God, now
Yeah.
she's feeling, it's
I feel her.
it's a very complex thing. Like that.
I understand.
We get it.
Kevin said, "You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I understand. I get
I
it.
get
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I totally get that.
So you can understand.
Puff, puff, pass, motherfucker.
Like here, these little details will give you insight into why in the household that I live in, things like restraining orders don't really mean shit. There's a lot of dysfunction in there. A whole lot of dysfunction.
Now, is it dysfunction or is it entertainment? Like,
It depends on your perspective that day.
On that perspective,
It's like, just kind of mad.
because I mean, I know John has
Depends on the mood
referenced
you're
your
in.
family saying that like you're the only adult in the home, like, or again,
With-
is
with-
that
with-
a day to day?
Again, I find that relative. Like, I guess technically compared to everyone else in the house, that's probably true. But at the same time, it's like, if I'm the adult in there, goddamn. Because I know, like what I do on a daily basis, and it's like if I'm the mature one, fuck. It's amazing that we're still alive.
Yeah, because
I'm watching him intently right
yeah,
now.
like
He's tried
don't
this
fall.
for like
Don't
the last
fight,
half hour.
I did listen to the podcast where you talked about how your roof could eventually collapse with the air conditioner and kill you since it's right
Yeah.
above your bed.
Yeah.
I didn't share that with him though, because you know he'd be over there fixing it.
That's
probably.
a concern.
We talked about that shit
we
today,
live
too.
with. We did bring that up.
Like at this
Yeah.
point, like if the house was to fall down, that would be the one thing to stay up
That
there.
stayed up.
Dude, it would be under the rubble, like son of a bitch. I thought it was gonna be you.
Like I could see it happening. I don't know that house. It's a death trap.
I mean, you
It's a
shared
death
with us how you get your electricity to your room through a extension cord that has been repaired
Yeah.
more than it should have.
Yeah. Well, no, it was just repaired improperly, and so I had to go and repair it almost properly. So
Says the guy putting screws with a hammer into the bottom of a Christmas tree.
I failed at that task. Okay, someone else accomplished it. It wasn't me. I was perfectly ready to just abandon it at not getting the nails in. But yeah,
I didn't
Point
tell him. I
taken.
didn't tell him yet,
Point
but for
taken.
his birthday this year, I'm gonna get him a saw, just a regular hand saw, just so
know
he
what?
has it.
You know what? Toys R Us is having
Oh yeah, they're having those
their liquidation sale since
So-
they went out of business. You might be able to get one of those sets that has
Yeah.
like a hammer and a saw.
Comes with a little toolbox.
You know,
I mean, if
maybe
it's
a
cheap enough, you
screwdriver.
can get the whole workbench.
Speaking of which, Toys R Us, I already contacted you. Get back to me. I want all your warehouse equipment.
oh,
Yeah.
I want all the toys. I want all the Turbo Mans and the Malibu Barbies and the Voltron Rangers and then the
That liquidation sale is until June, right? Some shit like that.
They already shut down their website. I thought it was starting now.
Okay, I read somewhere it was in June because I was gonna go to the store and be like, all right, I want all your warehouse equipment.
I was just
Like, what papers do I have to sign? What like receipts do I have to give? Give me your shit. now.
every
You don't need
single
it.
warehouse.
I went to this one in Stockton a couple weeks ago, and they were telling us how, like, you know, if you have your gift card for their you need to use like within the next 30 days. I'm like, how quickly is this moving? Because at that point, nothing was on sale yet. Like everything was still regular price.
They're gonna try to get as much as they can out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my mom, she has a Toys R Us rewards, and she was like, "Oh, can you check if I have any rewards on my card?" And the cashier, she's like, "Oh yeah, we stopped doing that already."
You might have. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
Do you remember Game Crazy way back in the day? It used to be the Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
I went to the Philippines for like a month and a half. I came back and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're shutting down next week." I was like, I got like $90 in pre-orders here and a bunch of other shit. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? They're like, I don't know. Good luck. Oh, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go somewhere and do something and fill out some paperwork, get my money back. I never did it.
Yeah.
Too much work.
I remember back when I was working at the Best Buy in Manteca, and we closed down like that last month and a half. Like they had us there, and like we're there, and while the people are tearing down shit, we're supposed to be like just selling off everything that's like open box and all this different shit. And like a couple weeks in, it's literally just like batteries. We've got like 100 batteries just sitting on a table, and it's like people coming up and it's like, how much do you want for them? How much you gonna give us for them? It's like, then dude comes in, he's like, I'll give you $100 for all of them. I go get my manager. What about 200? He's like, shut
the fuck
I'm like,
Just fucking get rid of it.
damn.
The hell?
It was a fun time. It was like, I didn't really give a shit like most of the time when I was working at that Best Buy, but once like it's closing, then everybody doesn't give a shit, and it got real reckless. Real reckless.
I know someone did an AMA on Reddit right after Sports Authority had bellied up, and they were like a manager at one of them. You should look up it. It was pretty funny to read through. Like at like the last like week, like people were just coming in and they're like, "How much for these shelves?" And they're like, "Just fucking take them."
Yeah.
Like, he was like,
At
"I
that
really
point.
don't care." He's like, "I don't have a job anymore." So
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to Toys R Us and do that shit. But like you don't want to hire somebody to move this shit, right?
right.
I'll take that forklift. I'll take that pallet jack. Oh, you want that trailer outside? No, I'll take that too.
Dude,
shit.
when San Joaquin Lumber was closing down,
Oh my god.
I went over there to pick up some, just a few things, some like screws and nails and whatever. And I was looking at the sales, the stuff that they were trying to get rid of or whatever. And this dude, like out in the yard, he was like riding the forklift, and I asked him like, "Hey, what's I need a tag or whatever so I can take it up to the office and pay for whatever." And he's like, "I think that's the price. Well, if it's not the right price, they're gonna fire me. But it doesn't really matter because And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, thanks."
I have a feeling our mutual friend is getting close to that where he works because he's ready to leave.
Oh, really?
Okay, well,
Jesus?
There's been a few times where we go and they're like, "Hey, how much for this?" He's like, "I'll just take it." Okay,
Oh.
fine.
Huh.
How's that? What's that webcam do? He's like, it might be good here. Just take it with you. All right, see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting worse.
Speaking of which, I need to go in there because I need a microwave. The one that I have is fucked up. Like, I swear to God, I tried to reheat my coffee today. Mm-hmm. I had it in there for
Testicles hurt.
3 minutes, and it still wasn't even like that hot. I was like, "This is drinkable, I guess."
I bought
I just
a,
don't feel like waiting anymore for my fucking coffee.
I got a microwave from him. Well, I didn't get it, but I got a microwave from his place, and yeah, they work real well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so than it should.
Huh?
More so than it should.
It's got extra microwaves.
Extra oomph to it.
Yeah, it's got some
Got
power.
all the microwaves.
Yeah. The lights only flicker a little bit.
That's how you know it's working.
Yep. It's getting all the watts.
Oh, the watts.
All the watts. Tells you to put something in there for like 3 minutes. You better just put it in for a minute. It's good. All right. Well, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Unless you guys got something
Anything
else,
else?
any like crazy stories.
Nothing. I can
Nothing
think
really.
of.
I mean, I haven't really been watching Glee lately.
You.
Like, I don't really
Yeah.
have much to mention.
I
Should have
I
flipped the
need to
switch
finish.
already.
I should have flipped
Need
the
to
fucking
finish
switch.
Glee.
Oh, last week I was checking out the new Step Up series on YouTube, and Santana from Glee, she plays a role in that series.
I walked in here. He was
Nice.
on the couch, curled up, watching fucking Step Up on the TV.
It was comfortable. Okay, it's
Right.
cool.
Misuse of company equipment. That's what that was.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
It's misuse of company equipment.
I thought it was
First time is a
excellently used.
verbal. Second time is a write up.
Third
time's a
time,
whipping.
Third time you're fired, man.
yeah, it's rectal
Aw.
punishment
Rectal punch.
with a hammer
That sounds exciting.
sideways.
Never tried it that way before. It's like first time for everything.
All right,
First time for everything.
done.
Alrighty.
Love your faces.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye.